What is up, everyone? It is your boy Q, coming back from the Shadow Realm with a video that 98% of people do not want, yet 2% need. So, we got a video with Q in it this time, in a versus. Yep, you heard me right. My boy Q, myself, I'm bringing in a video, yet there's a catch. It's gonna be a fusion battle. We got on one end Mr.Evaulator fused with Trigon versus Q fused with Donkam. Let's begin. Alright, beginning with Mr.Evaulator fused Trigon. Let's begin with some, scales with him.
Dark side. The thing with Trigon is that Trigon can consume the power of darkness. Now, Stephen King said about Pennywise was that Pennywise lives in infinite layers of darkness. Okay? He lives in infinite layers of darkness. He's like beyond creation. This guy, he isn't evil, but he lives in layers and infinite layers of darkness. Now, as shown in the DC comics, that Trigon, there is this thing that his parents, called, and it was called the Heart of Darkness. So basically, what this thing does is that it consumes all of the evil out of someone to cleanse them. And accordingly, if they were made from the embodiment of evil, then, this thing should have ate them whole and just ate them. And so if this passive absolute death manipulation will hurt Trigon, who is a omnipotent character, nigh omnipotent, well, actually, who is an omnipotent character, it will affect him too and kill Maxwell as well. So there's no chance or any win, any form of opportunity that Maxwell could have to defeat Trigon. If he tries, he will wind up killing himself as well. Now, theoretically, up to this point, a character that has story, has reality, and they have a livelihood. However, Trigon is the embodiment of darkness and evil. Point blank and period. The Heart of Darkness has a reality, and the reality was made to consume and eradicate the concepts of evil. Trigon did not be consumed by this method because clearly he's bigger than the concept of evil. And even if the avatar of Trigon has the story, the very energy and essence of his power basically takes form in other people's story lives as well. As it was shown in the DC universe, he took on the embodiment of darkness and evil because he wanted to enter that world to basically destroy and just take over everything. I don't know who this guy is. I think he called him the Infinity, but even still so, he have the power and ability to beat everyone in his very own existence. If not, there's anybody higher. Once again, this guy has a reality. Maxwell has a reality. Truth has a reality. The Ice Cream Girl has a reality. Shipnote has a reality. He's the most strongest of his kind, if not anybody stronger in his universe. It still doesn't prove, just because of their peaks and their interests, that they could beat Trigon. Trigon theoretically is bigger than the concept of evil. So if these guys can eradicate the concept of evil, that's a clap on the shoulder. Yeah, but it doesn't mean that they will eradicate Trigon. Hey, so this is where I'm going to draw the bubble. Trigon stumps Kyle Rayner, okay? Because Trigon, in the very beginning, before the DC's present day,
Trigon existed, okay? He existed as formless, shapeless energy.
Bigger than the whole concept of the DC universe.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man.
Whew. That was quite the spicy opponent. So, facing that is the monstrosity fusion known as the Donkam Q. So, we shall be getting into that now. So, even before Fused, Donkam alone, using possible, I'd say, omnipresence, knowing the exact time to strike, he basically transcended every single verse, character, idea, which he then blew up and immediately erased of every other person's hard work within a Discord server, just because he had a little tantrum and someone put him in a timeout. But he even transcended the timeout and began to erase everything. So he has control over DC and several other verses as we know it. Even after this, though, accomplishing such a feat unscathed and denying it well, he comes across framing and in return fusing with the one and only Q of Star Trek, the verse that he loves. So then we had Donkam Q. Now, through framing Q, he basically set a meme propaganda parade. So he has power over certain memes, which can then connect into different verses with immense control, without even understanding or knowing off the bat unknowingly. His presence is insane right now, which is pretty impressive since we don't know the full extent of the potential, which the current meme can persist to, but the potential is almost limitless. And to spice it off, this may be optimistic, but it's been theorized that he's even hacked into the account of another human on the app Discord in real life. Now, I know that's a lot, but no, that's quite the feat. That's like some Bill Cipher Reddit shit. That's not confirmed, so we got to keep that in mind. This is going to be quite the interesting battle to contemplate. Now, this very might be the most difficult battle I have to come with the conclusion for, with the winner ever. On one hand, we have Donkam Q, who can basically transcend many verses, instantly delete them, hack other possible in real life people with accounts. But then we have Mr.Evaulator Trigon, who basically, just by existing with darkness and evil, also transcends fiction. And basically, if you're tied to any reality, you instantly lose. And if you want to fight him, you instantly die. So I honestly think the worries thing that's kind of an L here is sadly Donkam's connection with Q, actually, with Q's connection with Star Trek, since Donkam and Q together aren't fully there outside of kind of fictional transcendence, you know what I mean? Maybe Donkam. But I think that Trigon is going to absolutely violate the kind of together nature of the two based on Q still being and identifying within the Star Trek verse. And this is kind of poetic in the sense that Donkam absolutely has the most unexplainable hate boner for Trek, and it, in the end, would most likely lead to its very close downfall in a back and forth fight for the ages. So that is my just off the top of the head conclusion, since it would just be a wild ass fight. But yeah, there it is for you all. I'll come up with a an actual non-meme video soon. Almost graduated from university, so I'll be a little less busy hopefully, and have some stuff out. So until then, stay safe everyone, and peace out.